There's no way that a repeat offender should be in such close proximity to a child and no one knows about it. I believe we have to seriously consider making the registry public available.
He came unto his own, and his own receive him not. Jah Rastafari.
Major Dvnce presents to you Heart of the World. This prolific album is both inspiring and uplifting. It captures the pain and joy of the people while advocating for rights and justice with tracks like Your Pain, No Mining, Warning, and title track Heart of the World. Play Jah music by purchasing or streaming the Heart of the World album on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all digital platforms. Heart of the World by Major Dvnce, produced by Jah Music Enterprise and Therotype Studio.
Verily, verily, I said unto you, that is Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, is Christ, the conquering Lion of Judah has prevailed.
Bless up, baby, our family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. And in this one, it was a pleasure for me to be on the Make We Talk program with Sir Jeffrey yesterday, in this interview with Senator Donna Scott Mottley, who is the Shadow Minister on Justice, where we asked some questions as it pertains to the sex offenders registry and the ill acts that have been happening with our children far too many times, and nothing has been done via this government. It was very insightful. Senator Mottley is a woman whom I always look up to, and it was indeed, you know, one of my greatest wish to have spoken to her, and that I did. And so I just want you to listen to this interview and to listen her supporting the call for the open sex offenders registry. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, go over to Martha Couponing Foundation, please, to support the channel. Get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. It's a charity foundation that supports our children back in Jamaica. Please get this channel to 1,000 subscribers.
I also have a fellow blogger on the program here with me. Her name is BRTV. That's what she runs, the TV program she runs. She's also on the program here with us tonight, Senator.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to have her here.
Yes. Senator, I want to have your take again. Another 9-year-old murdered in this country. Raped and murdered. And until now, the Jamaican people cannot see the sex register. Your take on that, Senator Mottley?
Well, I'm totally, I mean, this is Child Month. And we are expected to protect children from violence and abuse generally, but Child's Month, all the activities are heightened. And it was totally devastating to hear of the brutal murder of this little girl. Not just the fact that she was raped, but how she was disposed of, not like a piece of garbage, just like that. I think that there are some crimes where the whole nation mourns, and this one was such one for Crystal. Now, the sex offenders registry. This matter only comes up, Jeffrey, whenever we have something that hurts us like this. Yeah. Whenever we have a child being brutalized as we did. Last year, January 2024, when we had another such brutal murder, Minister Chang had promised that he would have revisited the whole question of the sex offenders registry, and he would have taken steps to have it made more available.
And on the matter of what Delroy Chuck said following previous, cruel act on our children, here's what he said on this recording.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a fixed term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
I frankly believe that the sex offenders registry, as it presently is, where it is only employers, if you have people in vulnerable positions, you have the Jamaica Constabulary Force itself, and only a very small category of persons who can access this register. I don't think it meets what it's required to do. There is no way that a repeat offender should be in such close proximity to a child and no one knows about it. I believe we have to seriously consider making the registry public, available. Now, how they do it in Trinidad, and that was Trinidad Sex Registry came about because of agitation from citizens. And citizens themselves started publishing the names of repeat offenders. There is a website that you can go to, and you can do a search for a person's name. The law does not allow you to share the information, but certainly you can search to find out if the person has a history of or a conviction for sexual offenses. And Jamaica has to begin to talk about how it is that they are going to balance the rights of some individuals. Because there are circumstances where, for example, you might have young people who, unfortunately, a report is made and there's a conviction and so on. You have to balance that against somebody who has been convicted of a violent rape. We have to have that discussion. I frankly, this is my personal opinion, I feel that the registry ought to be made public.
Do you know the take on the party's position on this, Senator Mottley?
Well, the party's position is that there might need to be some aspects of confidentiality around it, but that it certainly has to be made more open and more available to the public. So we have had, even last night, we were considering how it is that we could balance the rights of persons against the need to protect persons. And I think the overwhelming response is that we need to protect persons from these depraved individuals. Another point which was raised is that there is no treatment of an individual such as the one alleged to have committed this offense. If you see a pattern, you must know that this person needs some kind of therapy if they are going to be rehabilitated. But there is no provision for any such thing. Psychologists and psychiatrists have said that persons who perpetrate such violent acts against children are often ones who have been abused as children. So we need to delve a little deeper. And I hope that this time, unlike the other times, Jamaica will take a pause and will really consider where it needs to go in terms of this, the legislation overall and this particular registry. I would endorse that it be made public. I will make myself available if the government wishes to embark on and finally keep their promise on this score. I will make myself available for any discussions that they want to have. Because at the core of it is that we must protect our children and our women in these circumstances.
BR, you have any question for Senator Mottley?
Yes, good evening again, Senator Mottley.
Good
This is
evening.
ABR News TV. My question here is, other than making the sex offenders registry public, what else or what other things can be put in place to help in protecting our children from a law standpoint? We know that it takes a village and we from the community have a role to play as well. But what else would you suggest as a senator or as a lawmaker in helping to protect our children?
Well, the thing about it is that you have to hold those persons who stand in guardianship accountable. Persons have to pay close attention to what their children do and where their children go. if you look at some of the situations where our young children face this kind of abuse and trauma, it is because they are left in the care of a neighbor, the care of family members, and one simply takes for granted that these people are going to protect your child. Now, there are even allegations that there are places in Jamaica where it is well known that fathers sleep with their daughters, family members sleep with their with young children. And it's really alarming when you realize that it's actually a cultural tradition. So I believe that in addition to legislation, as you said rightly, it takes a village. And we have to be more sensitive to what is happening with our children. I have heard parents, for example, trying to beat a child, I'm going to beat you, kill you. You understand? That kind of language encourages abuse of children from every perspective. There are parents who actually facilitate older men having access to their children because of financial benefits. And so at the end of the day, I think we have to have some kind of public education around this and encourage persons in communities to, as you say, talk it up, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Talk up the thing.
Make
we talk. So that you actually have a reporting system if people notice that something is going wrong in the community.
Now, after 9 years of Andrew Holness being the Prime Minister of Jamaica, with approximately 2,000 children being killed under his government, they have basically paused on some solutions that the People's National Party had given them when we had a Jackson that was strangled by a mechanic man somewhere over there in Portmore. And so Mark Golding had drafted up a law reform, a decade of commitment to change, bills tabled and kept on hold by government. 1. Criminal Justice Administration Amendment Act 2016. 2. The Child Care and Protection Amendment Act 2016. Both tabled January 2016 in order to allow for harsher penalties against persons who commit crimes against women and children. 3. April 2021 impeachment bill in regards to parliamentarians. November 2021, 2 bills tabled to make pepper spray legal after Kanice Jackson was abducted and killed. 4. The Offensive Weapons Prohibition Amendment Act 2021 and Firearms Amendment Act 2021. 6. February 2023 amendment to the Road Traffic Act 2018 to address the child restraint issue. This was blocked by the government, who used their majority to stop him so he wouldn't get the credit for doing it. So here you have it. This government has done nothing to protect our children, but yet still they want to go and do PR and sit with a mother and sit with families, sit with a community just to save face and have not done the behind the scenes work to protect our children of this country. What says you, ABR family? Drop on the comments in the comment section, make a reason. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there. Get this video to at least 7,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.